Artist talk. Artist talk. Jazzy K. Jazzy After Dark presents Artist Talk. A live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzy K War coming at ya. Jazzy After Dark. Artist Talk. Artist Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax, have fun, some smiles. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax, have fun, some smiles, laughs. Jazzy After Dark.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Jazzy After Dark. I'm your host, Jazzy K. Ward. It's Monday. I know the weekend is like, it's like it just was yesterday, right? Well, I'm so excited for you all to join me tonight. So go ahead and start those watch parties, share the video. So my special guest tonight is Billboard #1 national recording artist, Michael J. Thomas is my special guest in the studio tonight. And I'm so glad to have this up close and personal conversation that we're going to have tonight. But first, let's take a look at some great music from Michael right here on Jazzy After Dark. Hey, I was just over here jamming, having me a nice glass of wine. So whatever you all are drinking tonight, go ahead and pour you up a nice glass of wine. And that was national recording artist Michael J. Thomas, grooving and jamming. And you know what, y'all? He's here with us tonight, of course, virtually. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you, without further ado, Billboard's #1 national recording artist, Michael J. Thomas. Let's give him a lot of hearts, a lot of love, and a lot of thumbs up, y'all.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Jazzy.
What's going on, my friend Michael? Hey, welcome to the show, Artist
Yeah,
Talk.
thanks for having me, man.
I'm so excited, and I have been anticipating this all week long.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, so again, I'm so glad that you could stop by, and thank you so much for taking the time. I'm sure, with the pandemic, we're all hustling and bustling, trying to make ways. So many things, we're going to talk a little bit
Yeah, it's
about
different, man.
tonight. And again, thank you so much to I have a virtual audience here too that's also hanging out with us and watching.
Hey, Nicole. Hello.
Myself and Michael. And tonight we're streaming live here on Facebook. We're streaming live through the K Ward radio site, Twitter, Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube. So Michael can be getting a lot of love. And again, we appreciate the hearts. We appreciate all the thumbs up. But again, Michael, what's up? What's been going on, my friend?
Well, let's see.
You
know what, man? I mean, it's been a crazy year, but I've been blessed. Man, I've continued to work in. I've got a house residency gig that I do, 4 nights a week, and I've still been able to do private parties and a lot of events I do. I'm able to stay socially distanced too, because we got to be careful about all of that and everything. So that's all been great, and working up the next radio single right now. We're from the Stream and Love EP that came out in May, and it'll be our 3rd radio single coming out in January. So that's what we're kind of, we're working on. We're gearing up for January now, 2021.
And I think when I think about when I was listening to Stream and Love, which, I listen to all the time on Spotify. I listen to your YouTube videos, but I'm just going to go back a little bit with the pandemic and all. How have you been like navigating through this process, like keeping your head above water?
I tell you, man, it's been a little rough, because coming into 2020, we had a lot of momentum going with the first single off the record went to number one on Billboard. And we were to perform at the Seabreeze Jazz Festival in April. And of course, that all got transferred into 2021, which we're still going to do that coming up in April, this coming April. Okay. But it was hard because I felt like we kind of lost some of the momentum we had going. And I haven't done a show with a live band since November of last year.
Wow.
And it's really weird, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
has it been challenging for you adjusting, with the pandemic and a lot of things going virtually?
Yeah. And when this first happened, I'm a little bit of a workaholic, if you know me. Yeah. And so I was like, well, I got all this time off because we even my residency gig, we shut down for 2 months. And so I'm at home and I got nothing else to do. So I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of this. And I'm gonna learn some things. So I've been, studying like marketing stuff, and I got in, like everybody else, I got into the virtual performances. I had to learn how to do that. That was a lot. that was a big undertaking, man. But I got that together now. So you trying to add some new skill sets,
Yeah, and and just for everyone joining us tonight that may be new to your music, again, this is Billboard #1 national recording artist Michael J. Thomas. And so I always ask a lot of my guests, was like music and the saxophone, was it your first love? Because I heard you started off initially playing the piano.
Okay, my mom made me play piano. That's the truth, man. I grew up in Kentucky, and there was a lady that lived kind of, we weren't exactly in the city where I grew up, but even a little bit further out, in the country, there was this big, huge farm, and I remember driving down this gravel road to go take lessons from this lady, and but I even though my mom forced me to take those lessons, they were very valuable because I learned a lot of music theory and, to apply it to later down the road when I did really want to play, when I found my instrument, and even then saxophone was not even my first choice. It was drums.
It was drums.
Yeah, but I never played drums though.
I hear that a lot from a lot of artists that may play saxophone like yourself, but they always say the drums.
Well, what happened is that we took a test in school, and they kind of try to figure out where you should fit when you get in middle school band and all of that. And so I tested well for rhythm, and they were like, "Well, we want you to do this." And I'm a little kid, I don't know. I think I'm going to play a drum set, and then I get to the little conference thing with my parents and the band director, and there's all these. I mean, they're cool instruments now. I know they're cool, but as a kid, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want to play that, bass drum by itself and snare. I want to play a drum set. So then I saw the saxophone sitting on a table, and I didn't really know what it was.
Okay.
And I said, that looks cool. I want to play that.
You want to play
so just by accident,
Just kind of accident, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I thought myself that I was going to play some kind of instrument. As a little child growing up, you have the pots and pans. As a little boy growing up in the kitchen
Right.
with grandmother and mom and dad. Well, but you also, moving further, your family. What about your family? Was anyone else musically inclined?
No, that's the crazy thing. Like I don't come from a musical background at all. My sister, I think my mom really wanted to play an instrument when she was a kid. I think that's why she pushed us into it. She pushed us more into it. My dad he actually played saxophone in middle school, but very briefly.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. That's, and I know you went to the University of Kentucky where you also got a scholarship.
Yeah, I had a music scholarship, and I learned, very young. I substitute taught for a while, and then I went, oh, I can't teach, man. I can't do this. God bless everybody that can. My sister, she went on and got a degree in teaching.
Okay,
it just wasn't for me.
Okay, I understand. Hey, my friend, I get it. So when I hear your music, who were some of Michael's? Who did you look up to? I know you were big with Earth, Wind and Fire, Michael Jackson, Prince, Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My parents would play records when I was, real little boy. We had one of those big stereo systems, like a big piece of furniture. Mm-hmm. Had the record player in it, AM, FM stereo, and an 8-track. Do you remember that?
I definitely remember that. I still have the 8-track.
Yeah. So some of my earliest memories are my parents spinning these records. I remember Tina Marie, Lover Girl. I just wanna be, your lover girl, that song. So, that stuff. And then, my dad bought a Technics stereo system.
Okay.
Early 90s, I guess, maybe. Probably early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. And it came with a JAZZIE disc that had all these GRP records artists on it.
Okay.
And when I heard those artists. I'd never heard that kind of music before, and that's what kind of got me going into that direction. And and of course I love Dave Koz and David Sanborn and Kirk Whalum, and I mean there's just so many great artists, saxophone players I look up to out there.
You're right. Yeah. Well, when you brought up Tina Marie Lover Girl, I think you should think about maybe possibly doing that.
Oh man, it's a tough one, man. I tried doing it during lockdown, and I was listening to it, and I'd have to work on it a little bit to make it feel right on the saxophone. But it's a cool, it's a great tune.
Because you are a phenomenal artist. I remember, I've been listening to your music quite some time. Of course, one of my favorites is, I remember we spoke briefly. You were passing through Montgomery. You were on your way to another gig in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, it was the Velvet Note, I think.
You were playing at the Velvet Note.
Yeah.
And I love the song "I'll Never Love Again." When you think about that, you think about Baby Coffee. All your great music. So, how would you describe your sound, Michael? How would you describe it?
It's it's a little hard, man, because the music that I love, I gravitate towards. I gravitate towards like funk and soul and R&B, that kind of stuff, but yet I still do a lot of my music, contemporary jazz vein, and I still love the beautiful ballads, like "I'll Never Love Again." Actually, it was not a song I wrote. I wish I could take credit for it, but But Lady Gaga and Natalie Hemby from the High Women country music group, and there's I think 2 or 3 other songwriters that wrote that for A Star Is Born.
Okay.
And so my music's it's a little bit, it's hard to pigeonhole, man. It's hard to figure out exactly what it is. It's kind of all over the place if you really listen.
Well, I like that. I like that it's all over the place. It gives you, different facets of sounds, and it doesn't, you don't want to necessarily categorize, Michael J. Thomas in a box because, I don't necessarily like to compare artists, but sometimes, like, Michael J. Thomas has his own sound. I don't necessarily like, where he's Boney James or he's another. You have your own sound. You're in your.
Yeah. And those guys have their own sound, and that's exactly. Yeah, I can listen. I can be listening to a radio station and go, "Oh, that's Boney," or "That's Dave," or whatever, and even sometimes even guitar players. I'm not as good with guitar players as I am saxophone players, obviously, but those guys have a unique sound,
Right. So we're gonna take a break, and I'm super excited that. Michael J. Thomas is going to perform for us after the break. He's going to perform one of my favorites, and we're going to tell you about that. Again, everyone, welcome to Artist Talk. My special guest tonight is Billboard national recording artist Michael J. Thomas is in the studio with us tonight. I'm so excited to have him, and we're going to have more coming up right after this.
Hey guys, this is Jazzy K. Ward, and if you don't, you need to get your KWARD radio mask. And if you don't have one, shame on you. Well, you can still get them. They're only $15, $5 for shipping. I have a special mask, black and the pink, as you can see here. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Those are $20, $5 for shipping, and a proceed of your support goes to breast cancer awareness. Hey, this is Jazzy K. Ward, and thank you so much for your support. See you soon.
Jazzy K.
Hey guys, this is Jazzy K. Ward, and I'm so excited to tell you about this new show called Featured Fridays. It's about musicians, writers, actors, anybody that has that it factor, showcasing their new music, new projects, and you're going to have it right here with Jazzy K. Ward. I hope to see you there.
Hey guys, make sure you go get your KWARD radio mask. Just hit me up and I can tell you more about that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my special guest, Billboard national recording artist, Michael J. Thomas. His latest project, of course, Streaming Love. This is one of the songs on the CD. It's simply titled Sipping the Yak. So I'm sipping a little wine, but you may want to pull you out a little cognac. So, Michael, any kind of story you want to tell us before you start? Maybe behind the song?
Yeah, sure, man. So, sometimes instrumentals are hard to name, because they don't have lyrics. So, it's easier with a song that has lyrics. And one of my music producers, Tramble Starks, out of Atlanta, GA, we did this. We worked on this album together. Along with Carl Griffin. I don't know if you guys know the legendary A&R man, Carl Griffin. But anyway, so I send these demos to Trammell, and my demos are I'd be embarrassed to play them for you, but somehow he makes sense out of my ideas. And he took this song and he said, "Yeah, man, I was sipping on some Courvoisier to get in the mood and get the groove of this tune." And I said, "Man, there's a song title in there." So I was telling Carl about it, and Carl's old school, man. He goes way back to Motown Records. That was his first gig as A&R man. He worked at Motown Records and then GRP down the road. And he said, yeah, when I was coming up, Courvoisier and stuff like that was called yak. Yeah. Cognac was yak. They called it yak. And I said, really? Okay. So I said, okay. So he was sipping on Courvoisier. So we said, sipping the yak.
Sipping the yak.
That's it.
Wow. Yeah. So
and then right before we recorded the song, man, we were listening. Carl and I were driving together from Destin, Florida to Atlanta to record the last two tracks of the EP. and Sipping the Yak was on, coming up. That's where you had to go up there and play. And we were listening to George Howard.
Oh,
And, man, I've been studying George Howard a lot lately, man. I love George Howard.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we got in the studio. Trammell surprised us with he had like 3 glasses and a whole bottle of Courvoisier, and so we all kind of cheered, did a little cheers to that, and we had our Courvoisier, and then I went in the booth, and the solo I played on the record was one take.
Oh, wow.
And I thought it was terrible.
Really?
I was like, oh man, I got to redo that. And they're like, no. And I went back and I listened back and I went, oh, that was actually good. I got lucky, man. I got lucky. That doesn't always happen.
Well, I mean, it's been doing great on the chart.
Oh yeah, man. The song did awesome on the radio.
Right.
And we got, we got so close to another number 1, but we got the number 2. Number two. But I'll take it, man. There was so much. There were so many big names out there that were on the charts at the same time as us, so I feel, to just even be in that mix was, I'm proud of it still. So.
Right. Well, you always have my support. And
thank you, man. I know you've been a great supporter, man. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, Billboard's #1 national recording artist, Michael J. Thomas, giving us Sipping the Yak right here on Artist Talk.
Uh-oh, I lost you, Jazzy. I lost you, man. I don't have any audio from you, man.
Pardon me?
There you go. Wait a minute.
Got me?
There we go. There we go.
There we go. I was over here just jamming. Again, ladies
Thanks,
and
man.
gentlemen, national recording artist Michael J. Thomas. I mean, man, that was simply amazing.
Hey, there's Carl. Like there's Carl Griffin.
Hey, Carl. Come hang out with us in the green room, Carl. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight right here on Artist Talk again. Sipping the Yak, that's your latest release off of the album Streaming Love.
Yep.
So tell me a little bit about that project. So it came out 2019.
No, the album was released in May.
In May.
So yeah. We were kind of hesitant about it with COVID. We didn't know what to do. The first radio single came out last year. I'll Never Love Again, and
I never.
And then Sipping the Yak was the follow up, and we decided to go ahead and put it out, in March anyway. Right. So it was like, well, we can't stop. People's got to, people got to hear music right now, because what else are we going to do? Times were uncertain, and people needed to hear music.
That's right. Hey, and Michael wants to give away a CD. So the first person that goes over to Michael's page, Michael J. Thomas, like the page, make sure you share it. And then in the comments here, I want you to tell me what is track number 5 off of that album, off of that CD rather. And if I need you to post it right here on the live, I have to see it, and you can win something special from Michael. Okay? So I need you guys to go do that.
We need some Jeopardy music.
Some Jeopardy. Yeah, I need to come up with something like that. I think that would be.
There you go. Get your own version.
My own version of that. And so also let them know, Mike, all your social media sites where they can follow you.
Yeah. So pretty much for me, the handle I use for all my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I don't use so much. But Facebook, Instagram, Michael, it's MJT Sax Singer. So MJT Sax Singer. Or of course, if you look my name up, Michael J. Thomas, I think you'll find it too. It's pretty easy to find. Yeah,
you're #1 Billboard national recorder. All they have to do is Google your name, and they will find you.
Yeah, hopefully.
They will definitely find. Well, let me ask you this, Michael. How do you feel, with the pandemic and all? How do you feel about the internet and with the music business? Do you feel it's helping, or what?
It's kind of a double-edged sword, man. It's good in a lot of ways because it gives a lot of artists, even like myself, access to things that I never had access to before without a record label. Mm-hmm. At the same time, it's difficult especially if you write your own music. If you're the songwriter and you're the publisher as well. A lot of it cuts into our royalties, as a songwriter and publisher, and that's difficult, certain streaming services and things. But at this point, they're almost, you have to look at it. Carl always tells me you have to kind of look at it as a marketing tool. Right. You're not going to make money off of those streaming services anymore. He said back when he was at Motown that they would, they were basically selling records out of their trunks type of thing. It's kind of went back to the old school business model. You have to tour, which is hard. Oh, there we go. We only love. We got it right there.
Got it.
Which is hard because it's just that I got distracted here with only love.
Congratulations, Nicole.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can finish, Michael.
I forgot where I was going with it now, but
that's okay. We were talking about
you have to tour, and it's hard with COVID. That's what I was trying to say. That was my point. I was trying to say, it's hard because we can't tour right now. We got to get past this hurdle, and we have to be able to really do what we do. We have to be able to tour.
Right. So, and I'm glad you brought that up. And I think it's also important, Michael, we can talk about the support of also of other artists, people coming together, because I think that's a lot of missing in the music industry today. It's not about support, and we're all out here trying to make it in some kind of capacity, right? One way or other. So when you talk about like artists and collaborations, are you open? Do you want to collaborate with any other artists?
Yeah, we have something in our back pocket right now. We've got an idea for another EP, and obviously I got to get started writing the music for it. But we have somebody in mind that we want to collaborate with. I don't want to make that announcement here because I don't know I don't know if this person is on board yet, for one, and plus, I got to write something for it too. So.
Well, that's great. But everybody, make sure you go over to the page. And again, congratulations to Nicole for winning, and Michael. We'll either be in contact with you or we'll work it out and we'll get that special surprise to you. And thank you all so much for listening. So, and I know everything for a lot of artists are kind of put on hold. Any scheduled events that you have coming up? Maybe I know you're always at the Sea Breeze.
Yeah, right now that as far as like a major public event, that's the next show that I have coming up in April. And I've like I said before, I'm working 4 nights a week plus private events and things like that. But the next show gig is not going to be till April, which is going to be, but no pressure. I'm opening the Seabreeze Jazz Festival, by the way, no pressure.
Right.
And all these people haven't been out to see, live music, or Seabreeze got put on hold for a year. So yeah, and I have to open it. So.
Right. I mean, now you think about it, so many artists now, with virtual concerts, any of that possibly coming up where, you can still put on a virtual concert, charge $10 for tickets. People can watch it.
I've contemplated that, trying to figure out maybe to do something. But I got a little busy this fall. I had a wedding that was supposed to happen last weekend. I don't know if you knew that, but I was supposed to get married in New Orleans.
That's right.
And then the hurricane came, and so that's all up in the air, and so.
Yeah, congratulations to you and your beautiful fiance.
Thank you, man.
And I'm super excited and happy for you both, Michael.
Yeah, thank you, man.
And again, tell people where to go pick up Streaming the Love. They need to go pick it up now.
Yeah, well, always the best place to go is the artist's website. So if you go to michaeljthomas.net, not .com, but .net, michaeljthomas.net, and then that'll take you to everything. So if you, thank you, there you go, that's perfect. Yeah. So if you get there, you can buy physical product, you can buy, I've got vinyl records, I've got CDs, and then I can digital downloads, and of course it'll take you to wherever you want to go, social media, or if you want to go to iTunes or Amazon or wherever. Yeah.
And I also, someone had I think it was recording, our national recorders Andre DeLeo is also with us again. Thank you.
I just saw that. I was like, I think I know that guy.
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure, but I think him and I might have been signed with the same label at one time.
Okay. I mean, he's a great violinist.
Oh no, okay, no, I'm sorry, I'm mistaking him for somebody else.
I think I know you're talking about Andre. There's an Andre DeLano.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Sorry, Andre. I didn't mean that, man.
But you should link up with Andre DeLeo. He is phenomenal on the violin.
That's awesome, man. I'll check him out, man. That's cool.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, go back, and I actually interviewed him right here on Artist Talk.
Oh, cool.
Right on. So he has an amazing new project that's out. So he was just saying about it would be so dope for all artists to get together and like collaborate. Mm-hmm. On something. What about as far as like, I know the holidays is coming up, Thanksgiving, any Christmas music, anything you got coming up for the?
I've had a Christmas song in the making for the last 3 years, and every year it seems like it just keeps getting put on the back burner. But man, it's like it's got such a strong melody, and I need a lyricist to help me, because I write lyrics sometimes, but I'm not the best at them. Be honest with you, that's not my forte. I need a co-writer that can write the lyrics part. Oh. And so I put it on the back burner, and of course, with everything going on this year, I was like, okay, I'll wait till next year. But I got a Christmas song I do want to do. It's already written. The music's written. It's just
Well, I know two great writers. Here, one is here in Montgomery, Tootie Malone, who's phenomenal, and then the Ona B. She's out of New Jersey.
oh, okay.
Great writer. I think could put a little twist on your Christmas melody.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Okay.
hey, just talk to me, and I'll put you all together if you ever decide to do that little Christmas. And hey, and I'm working on a Christmas project myself, Jazzie's Christmas. And hey, maybe you can come back and play
that's
something
cool.
for the holiday for us.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can definitely do that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So, Mike, before I have another question for you. This could either be, for someone, aspiring young man or young woman looking to, I want to do what he does. I want to get into this music industry. What's the best advice that either you've been given or you can share with us, about the music industry?
Well, it's constantly changing. So that's one thing. You got to be able to kind of, especially in this, with the computer age, with what we're going with the digital age, everything's very fast. I mean, it's moving so fast. Like some of the, I told you earlier, some of the marketing stuff I'm learning.
Right.
By the time I watch a tutorial on learning something, I go and try to implement it. It's already changed.
Right.
But you got to study. You mean study. The most important part is honing in your craft. If you're a saxophone player or a violin player or whatever you play, that's the most important aspect is honing your craft. And I'm still learning. I'm still trying to learn. Because I could sit back and and on my accolades and be like, oh, I'm a big deal. I'm a #1 Billboard recording artist. But you know what?
Uh-huh.
There's 100,000 guys that can run circles around me. So, I want to always improve as a player. And another thing is be realistic. Be realistic that it's a tough industry. It's very tough. Quite honestly, I don't think I would tell my children, if I have children one day, I don't think I would push them so much in that way.
Okay.
Without saying, hey, you know what? It's great if you want to do music, you want to pursue it.
Right.
But make sure you have something else you love too. Have another passion. Get a degree in something you have another passion in.
Right. Okay. I think that's some great advice, because you never know, especially I hear so many artists with the pandemic happens. So, Corey, I've been doing music, I've been doing gigs consecutively, but when the pandemic happened, I kind of had to go back to what, I was previously doing.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, Mike, this has truly been phenomenal. And again, I want to thank you so much for coming and having a conversation with me on Artist Talk. And I would love for you to come back and share, when all this is over, again, all your great music that's coming out. So, with the pandemic, I know, any new music you're working on?
I'm getting there. I actually, I'm getting some ideas in the works. So I take my phone. If I get an idea, I record it and I sing it into my phone.
Okay. Well,
we've already named the album, the next album.
Okay. Awesome.
I just got to write the material now.
Okay. Well, hey, keep me in the loop and let me know.
I will.
I definitely have your back. You come back on Feature Friday, a show that I do each and every Friday to feature that particular project or song that you have on. And I love to have you come back.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it so much. And Michael's going to join me for all of you IG followers. He's going to hang out with me for about 10 minutes, over there, over here at the after party. So at the after party, you can come, hey, bring your wine, bring your cranberry juice, water, whatever you drink, and hang out with us at the after party. Okay, guys? Again, Michael, thank you so much for hanging out. I got another surprise for you right after this. So guys, still stay on. I have, I want to share a snippet of some other great music Michael was performing. And Michael, I'll catch you over at the after party, okay?
Awesome, man. Thanks, Jazzy.
Thank you so much.
Again,
everyone, I was super excited for my special guest tonight, Billboard's #1 national recording artist, saxophonist, vocalist, Michael J. Thomas was my guest tonight. Thank each and every one of you. Thank you for all of those who got your Ward radio masks. Thank you so much. You still need those. We still need to be safe. And also, most importantly, please get out and vote. It's imperative that you get out and vote. Thank you for sharing the videos. I thank you for all of your comments for tonight. Thank you for Feature Friday, for you hanging out for us. And also have a special show coming up this Thursday on breast cancer awareness. You don't want to miss that, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to catch you over at the after party. This is Jazzie K. Ward for Artist Talk. Remember, make sure you tell someone you love them, and also be kind to others. Good night.
One conversation. 30 minutes of pure entertainment. With musicians, writers, and actors, motivators, chefs, and rappers. To what's been coming, the it factor. It's the Jazzie K. coming at ya.
Hey guys, this is Jazzie K. Ward. And if you don't, you need to get your KWARD radio mask. And if you don't have one, shame on you. Well, you can still get them. They're only $15, $5 for shipping. I have a special mask, black and the pink, as you can see here. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Those are $20. $5 for shipping, and a proceed of your support goes to breast cancer awareness. Hey, this is Jazzie K. Ward, and thank you so much for your support. See you soon.
Jazzie K.
Hey guys, this is Jazzie K. Ward, and I'm so excited to tell you about this new show called Featured Fridays. It's about musicians, writers, actors, anybody that has that it factor, showcasing their new music, new projects, and you're going to have it right here with Jazzie K. Ward. I hope to see you there.